Scene, Miami, Florida, Loren and Alexei's condo. The Florida sun glared off the condo balcony, but inside, tension swirled like a storm cloud. Loren Brovarnik tapped away on her phone, her acrylic nails clicking rhythmically against the screen. She was deep in a text conversation and she didn't notice Alexei raising his brow across the room. He had that husband reading over your shoulder energy. She rolled her eyes playfully. "Can I have 5 seconds of peace without you staring at me like I'm hiding a second family?" she teased. "I'm just wondering who makes you smile like that," Alexei said, grinning. "Relax, it's just Liz," Loren replied. "You know, Elizabeth Pothast? From the show. She's been venting to me. Things are getting messy with Andrei again." Alexei gave a sympathetic nod. "That guy always finds trouble." Just then, her phone buzzed again. It wasn't Elizabeth this time. "Andrei, a simple text. We need to talk. Call me." She blinked. That was unexpected. She hadn't spoken to Andrei directly in weeks. She and Elizabeth had gotten close, girl talk, venting, even gossip. Andrei always seemed like background noise in those conversations. Curiosity piqued. She stepped out onto the balcony, dialed Andrei, and waited. He picked up on the second ring, his thick Moldovan accent cutting through the line like a blade. "Loren," he said curtly, "you got time?" Yeah, what's going on?" And then, silence. The kind of silence where you know the next thing you hear is going to change the whole vibe. Andrei spoke, low and tense. "You think I don't know what you two talk about?" Loren blinked, caught off guard. "Excuse me? I read Elizabeth's messages," he said, not even bothering to sugarcoat it. "Everything you send her? I read it. You think you're talking in secret? You're not. I see it." Loren stood in stunned silence. Andrei kept going. "I didn't want to say anything. I told myself, let her have her friends. Let her talk. But now, you cross line." What line did I cross?" Loren snapped, voice rising. "Elizabeth came to me. Andrei. She needed someone to talk to. I didn't say anything out of line. You call me controlling. You say I bulldoze her. You say she needs to get out from under me. You think I don't know what that means?" Loren's stomach twisted. She had said those things in private messages, late-night conversations about how Elizabeth was always walking on eggshells, how Andrei needed to chill before he ended up divorced. It was supposed to be a safe space. "I didn't mean it like that." "Yes, you did," Andrei thundered. "You and your little therapist voice. You act sweet, but you plant seeds. You put doubt in her head." "She came to me," Loren insisted, "as a friend. I'm not the problem here." "Andrei, you reading her texts without her knowing? That's straight up toxic." That hit a nerve. Andrei scoffed. "Toxic? I protect my family. You sit there in your Miami condo with your perfect husband and pretend you know everything. You don't know what's happening in my house." Loren wasn't about to let that slide. "You're right, I don't. But if your wife feels like she can't talk to her husband and has to text me to cry at night, that's not healthy. That's not protecting your family. Andrei, that's control." There was a pause. Then, coldly, she showed me the messages at first. Then she stopped. So I looked. "Don't pretend your texts are innocent. You try to turn her against me. You violated her trust." Loren said sharply. "Forget me, what about her? You're reading her private conversations. That's not okay." Andrei was quiet. Maybe he knew Loren had a point, but the damage was already done. "I told her to stop talking to you," he finally said. "I don't want her sharing family problems with outsiders." "I'm not an outsider. I'm her friend." "You're a reality TV friend," he snapped. Big difference. Cut to Elizabeth's house. That evening Elizabeth was pacing, phone in hand. Loren had just sent a voice memo, a very upset one. He read everything. "Luz, how long has this been going on?" Elizabeth sat on the edge of her bed, cheeks flushed. "Oh my God," she whispered. "Oh my God." She had let him see some of the early convos, but he kept pushing. "Show me what you told Loren. Why do you need her advice? You make me look like bad husband." Eventually, he just stopped asking and started snooping. She felt sick. She texted Loren, "I didn't know he kept reading them." "I swear." Loren didn't reply. Cut to TLC production meeting. 1 week later the producers were eating this up. "This is gold," said one. "We've got surveillance husband drama, betrayal, broken friendships. Let's get cameras on them ASAP. Can we shoot a sit-down?" They were already planning a Miami meetup. Andrei, Loren, maybe even Elizabeth. Scene, sit-down filming, Miami studio. The air was thick with tension. Loren sat in a white chair, arms folded, eyes sharp. Andrei was across from her, jaw clenched. Elizabeth sat awkwardly in between, clearly the unwilling glue between two ticking time bombs. Cameras rolled. Producer, Andrei. You told Loren you read her private messages with your wife. Why? Andrei looked into the camera, unapologetic. I don't like when people put things in my wife's head. I needed to know what was being said. I don't regret it. Loren leaned forward. You're not protecting her. You're policing her. There's a difference. Elizabeth looked down. And you? Loren turned to her gently. You didn't tell me he was still reading them. You let me keep texting like everything was normal. Elizabeth's voice cracked. I didn't know he still was. I didn't know how to tell you. He just got obsessed. He thinks everyone's against him. Andrei jumped in. Because they are. Her whole family. You, too. Always whispering. Always talking behind my back. No one's whispering. Loren snapped. People are trying to help her. You just can't stand not being in control. Because I have to be in control. Andrei shot back. This family would fall apart if I wasn't. You are the reason it's falling apart. Loren said quietly. Silence. The cameras caught it all. Elizabeth wiped a tear. I didn't want this, she said. I just wanted a friend. I didn't think it would blow up like this. Loren reached for her hand. Andrei stared straight ahead. Cut to confessionals. Loren, I feel betrayed. Not just by Andrei, but by Liz, too. We were friends. Now I don't even know what's real. Andrei, I don't care what Loren thinks. She's not my wife. She's not part of my family. I'll do what I have to. Elizabeth, I feel like I'm in the middle of a war I didn't mean to start. And honestly, I don't know how to fix it. Epilogue. 2 weeks later, Elizabeth and Loren hadn't spoken since the sit-down. Andrei had banned any contact, blocked Loren on Elizabeth's phone, demanded a fresh start, but Elizabeth had started writing things down in a private notes app folder, a journal, her thoughts, her doubts, her fears. Andrei didn't know about that, not yet, but the camera crews would be back in a month, and when they did, the real drama was just beginning.